when I was 16, and I said, what time will I start preaching and bring up to the family? She said there's a time when the power of God will follow you. Just keep serving God. Just keep preaching the truth. There is the time. There is a time. And I want you to be conscious of your timing. I want you to be alert of your timing. Because there are some things you need to know. There are some few elements before I go on. There are some few elements that can help you to be sensitive for your timing. Number one of them is wisdom. Because wisdom is profitable to direct. So one of the first things you need to have is wisdom. You need to be wise. Yes, to be wise. So you are not wasting your life when you are meant to be investing your time. And if it's wisdom. So you are not wasting your life when you are meant to be investing your time. I had a dream because while I was preparing this message, I slept off and I had a flashback. In my dream, I remember the dream I had. So I woke up thinking about that dream. And the only person I had to share that dream with was Mommy the Lord. And this was how the dream went. In that dream was a big castle. Was a very big castle. So who took me to the castle was my mom. And when we got there, she said to the prince dressed like an Indian man, and she said to the prince that I've got a new servant for you. And I was like, yes sir, we brought a new servant. And I didn't know that I was the one who was the new servant. So my mom pointed that this is the servant. I will leave him here. Anything you want he will do. He will wash your clothes. He will stand when you sleep, finding you when the light goes off, follow you everywhere. I didn't know that was what I was coming there to do. And I just looked at my mom, leave the castle, and I was there. And the priest asked me, are you my new servant? I said, yes, Lord. And what else will I say? And wherever he went to, I was holding his bag, entering everywhere he went to. There was a time when there was a mud. I had to carry the priest on my hand. It was a dream anyway, so you know. So I passed through the mud, got to the place where it was neat. I dropped the priest down. Then while the priest was sleeping, I had to go back home and told my mom, I don't want to be a servant though. Is that what you want me to be? She said, what's wrong with you? She held my hand again, walked me down to the castle, and that time the priest was up. The priest said, where did you go? My mom said, no, he just came back home to ask me some few questions, but I brought him back to you. The priest said, thank you, you did well. I was like, Jesus, I really don't understand. Have you had these dreams that looks as if it was real life? When you wake up from it, it's as if you woke up from reality. Sometimes if somebody died in that dream, you can wake up crying. So real. In fact, you will be so happy to see the person who died. So while all this was going on, and the prince said that, at some point he said, you have served me for many years. And all this thing was just like few episodes. But in that few episodes, it was many years. You know how these things can be. You have served me for many years. While your mates were busy having girlfriends, but you were in my castle serving me. And he took me to one room and opened the room and said, and in that room, so much gold, money, everything was there. He said, this was what I left for you. Everything that is mine is yours, even the house. So when I go, you are in charge. You are the new prince. Somebody will serve you too. And I woke up and I asked my mom that this was a dream I had. And my mom said, she introduced me into serving Jesus. Times when I got tired, she kept on pushing me to serve Jesus. And that will show you that there is a reward. I'm talking about be sensitive to divine timing. So you don't spend time, you should be serving God in your frustration. Time you should be serving God, investing in God, doing something else. There is a time for revival. There is a time. Revival has divine timing. Also, can I go on to let you know our text, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season. To everything there is a season. And there is time for every purpose under the heavens. So if there is a purpose of God in anything, there must be a schedule. Without a schedule, even the purpose of God cannot come to pass. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. He makes all things beautiful in its time. In its time. So when purpose meets divine timing, you know what happened? There's impact. There's a breaking of revival. And we have some who know the purpose of God in their life, but they are insensitive of the timing. And these are the type who will keep on saying, I heard God tell me clearly, it has not come to pass, the time may have passed. I heard God show me this clearly, and nothing has come to pass. You know, being insensitive to timing can kill any plan God has for your life. Genesis 18 verse 14. Sorry, I'm being too fast. At the appointed time, I will visit you. This is the voice of God to Sarah. At the appointed time, even divine visitation has a time. So there is a time God will come. There is a time your destiny will blow. But when it has not come, should you just fold your hands? Is there something that can be done? Should you be sensitive in your waiting period? In your cave of Adullam, what should you be doing? Job 14 verse 14. It says, all the days of my appointed time will I wait. All the days of my appointed time will I wait until my change has come. So this means that when it's your time, something must change. So if things are not changing, ensure you grow sensitivity. Because when timing meets purpose, this is what I want to say clearly. In your season, things are easy. I repeat, in your season, things are easy. I hope you know, when it is raining season, we cannot be praying let rain fall. Rain will fall. Whether you pray or you don't pray. Rain comes at ease and without labor. When it's time for corn to be harvested, will you see corn?
Yeah.
You will see. Do we have to pray that corn will come?
No.
Or you know, when it's time or when it's season for anything, it becomes easy.
Yeah.
So that's why it is very important. If you want results easy, you have to pray. Be sensitive that you don't miss your season. I will pray and be sensitive that you don't miss your season. There are a lot of people who are laboring outside the season. So you know, and that's why they are stopping, because they are laboring outside the season. Why some the season has not come, why for the others they may have passed their season. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. The vision is yet for an appointed time. Even prophecies too are for an appointed time. Did you notice that even the birth of Jesus had to wait until it was time? Even the prophecy about the birth of had to wait. Did you notice that even the birth of who was the forerunner of Jesus again? John the Baptist. Hope you know that the delay Elizabeth went through in her life was just because the season for John to be born has not come. And Elizabeth went through all kinds of delay. Can I point out, in case you are writing, it is not all delays that are from the devil. Some delays are just for your appointed time. So you don't arrive before your season. You don't appear before your time. Is that an example of somebody who appeared before his time? Yes. That was the story of Moses. And Moses could feel in his bones that he has something linking with the Israelites. And he somehow with Messiah to them. And did you know he appeared before his season? And he decided to do it. In fact, he killed 2 soldiers. How did that end? That ended in disaster. He had to run. But do you know that when his time came, when God called him, was it as difficult as it was? It was not. And one of the prayers we should need to pray, that we receive divine sensitivity. Even when Jesus was born, miracles did not happen until his time has come. Did you remember the first miracle of Jesus? Where his mother told him about the miracle, what was his reply?
He said, my time has not come. John chapter 2. My time has not come. My time has not come. And what did the mother say? John chapter 2 verse 5. The mother said, whatever he says you should do. She told the servant, whatever he says you should do, do it. You know, what I'm trying to point out with this scripture is also to let you know that even your season can be adjusted. If you have waited too long, something that can bring your season closer. Now, if Jesus said his time has not come, but a miracle still happened, what happened? Was that season adjusted? The answer was yes. The season for miracle was adjusted. Why was it adjusted? They told the man, whatever he said you should do, do it. Whenever God sees people desperate for him, I repeat, desperate for him, God adjusts his season. I mentioned to get to your season, you need discernment. Secondly, to get to your season, one thing you also need is desperation. Those who are desperate for the Lord, it is me, the one you love.